The only terrestrial orchid I could find in the place, but looks like they love all types of orchids around here, and begonias apparently too. Nice little one-offs of everything, but still, I mean, look at all the things that we have to look at over here. Oh, take a look at this flower. Come here. Look at this thing. It has a really nice little scent to it too, kind of citrusy. I love the colors on there and the purple little speckles that are coming through up here. I'm not sure what type of orchid this is either. Yeah, I really don't know. Oh, there's an ID. What do we have? Rinkovanda, Hukariana, crossed with Gigantra. Probably saying that wrong, but it doesn't matter. It looks really cool. All right, let's go onward. I mean, what are we doing with this? What is happening here? Look at this. I'm telling you what. This is out of this world. This is absolutely nuts. What is going on here? Oh, there's more flowers that are going on down here also. Oh, well, let's take a minute to appreciate the small Vanda hybrids that we have going on right here. So for those of you who don't know, you're looking at all of these roots that are just constantly exposed. Vanda orchids, they like a ton of airflow around their roots. So that's why they don't actually put them in any type of soil or medium, not even orchid bark. They just let those roots hang down. The roots will also photosynthesize. You'll notice that they are green, which is a little bit ridiculous. Now I did talk to them a little bit about how they care for these orchids, and you'll be surprised to find what they fertilize them with. It might be something different than you're thinking. We'll talk about that at the very end. Meanwhile, let's keep looking at all these ridiculous creatures that they have going on right here. More mounted orchids. I mean, this is some type of dendrobium, it looks like. Yeah, dendrobium. We've got some pseudobulbs going on right here. This is a bulbophyllum variety. I love the bulbophyllums for their nice little water storage that they have going on in these pockets. Take a look at this little water storage character that we have going on right here. What always impresses me about Vanda orchids is just how big their flowers are compared to the overall size of the plant. I mean, it's taking over a whole third of the plant just because of the flower. The colors are tremendous. The flowers are so big. They go all the way around the bloom stem right here. And of course, who doesn't love symmetry? Vanda orchids to me are a really perfect example of what happens like in nature, how there's like this nice symmetry. Every time a new leaf comes out this way and then it goes out this way, this way, this way. And then you come down here and it's organic, it's gnarly. And I love the combination of the two that is pleasing to the eye in both ways, both natural and symmetry. I could walk around a place like this for hours and hours and hours, just marveling. How could you not? It's weird to me to think that this is a normal life for somebody. I mean, I know I kind of have, you know, being around plants a lot, just owning a plant shop is one thing, but when this is your day-to-day life, can you imagine just walking around somewhere like this and this is just normal. All of these things growing around here, what incredible beauty that we're able to participate in. And these things are just happening. Look at the flowers on this one, the beautiful color that we have going on right here. Man, and it makes you wonder, like, what's the difference? Like, why do we have all these different colors of plants? Surely if plants are more about function than anything, you know, it wouldn't matter what color they were. They would all just be the same color, producing the same function. But they're not. We have all these different types of shapes and colors and varieties, and it's almost like for our own pleasure. Maybe different bugs are pollinating them. I don't know. Oh, we've got a really big one that's going on over here also. We've got to figure out how to get over to the other side. Maybe we can come through right here. Oh, man. I'm so glad we're getting this on camera because we don't get to see places like this very often. But again, look at this thing. The beautiful flowers. I mean, this would attract anybody from miles. It's attracting me from miles. I feel like I'm a pollinator or something. What do you got? What are you doing up in here? You have a nice little smell? No? And again, the roots, you guys. These roots are so dense. Come and take a look at the size of pot this is in. This is hilariously small for this size of orchid. Can you see right here? Look at that. That's in a 4-inch pot. And the plant is probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 feet tall. Wow. How incredible. Look at this flower over here. I've never seen such a dark purple on any type of orchid, and definitely not a Vanda orchid. That is just absolutely tremendous. What's next? What are we gonna see next? I just can't, I gotta go to the next one. I'm gonna burn through this greenhouse so fast, and I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. Look at the flowers on this one. Why? What is happening? Why does this happen? That's incredible. I just want to look at all of them. Maybe I will. Oh, okay. And look what we have on this wall over here. Come on with it. Now, to a lot of people, they're thinking like, oh, this isn't that pretty. But again, look at all these roots that are going on right here. It's ridiculous. And they're just plastered to this little placard right here. They just grow right into it. They grow down it. They're going for it. I wish these were in flower. Maybe we can come back another time and they'll be in flower. But like the stems of them, I just think it's so cool. This is Dendrobium, Polyanthum, Xanthosomum. Okay, and look at these. These are nice and full and green. And I actually saw a plant on the other side of the greenhouse before we started recording that I want to show you guys that I've never seen in person. Oh, this one's starting to spike right behind you. But I've never seen in person until today, and I can't wait to show you guys because it's an extremely unique type of orchid. Okay, let's keep going down this wall right here. Oh man, I've never seen one of these either. Look at that. This almost looks like roots, but the leaves are so thin. I'm not sure what type of orchid it is here. Oh, let me see here. Rhancodiana, Magic Wand Alba. I mean, come on, the roots almost look like the leaves. They're just all in one sort of little, it almost looks like an air plant to me. It's almost like a tillandsia, you know, and it's shaped how it comes down like this and like nice little almost conical kind of shape right here. What are we gonna see next? This is just like a treasure hunt. I feel like a kid going through Easter eggs. Which one am I gonna find next? Wow, look how tiny this one is. Dendrobium Tringanuensis, Roslii, Crostacerium. I mean, how cute is that? Take a look at that tiny little orchid again. It's interesting that they're growing them on these plaques. I've never seen this before. Usually these are wooden, but maybe it's so that they don't rot out as poorly. And of course, the orchids are perfectly attaching to it anyway, so I guess that doesn't really matter. So that's interesting. Uh-oh. Let me help you out, my guy. I don't know, do you go up here or something? Where are you supposed to be? Oh, I don't know if I can reach. Okay, there we go. You live a better life up there, guy. Ah, and there's more bulbophyllums. Cattleyas. Look at these tiny cattleyas that we have going on right over here. Usually cattleya, the typical cattleya that a lot of people know, have a very similar leaf structure to this. You don't usually see them mounted. You usually see them in 4 or 6 inch pots, terracotta pots especially. But this looks to be maybe a miniature variety because they are so, so tiny. But cattleya have some of the prettiest flowers of all orchids. Yes, even as pretty, or maybe even prettier subjectively. I don't know, you wherever you're at. But even prettier than the vandas. I don't know if I should say that in this house. Okay, we've got even more. This looks like a phalaenopsis. It is a phalaenopsis. I'm not sure what variety. It looks much smaller than the ones that I'm used to. More bulbophyllums. Oh man, look at all this. Another phalaenopsis hybrid that we have going on here. Look at this one. Trichocentrum. I've never seen this one before either. This is like a pendant plant. You guys know how I feel about pendant plants, like oh gosh, so many different types of anthurium, but look at this thing. Oh my gosh. This is like string beans or something, or like an upside down, this looks like a Sansevieria cylindrica or something like that, but it's actually an orchid. The Trichocentrum Jonasanium and Stacey. Wow. This is like a different world, just in like the freaking back roads of Florida right here. This one's got flowers. Look at the flower. Are there no leaf? Okay, there's a little bit of leaf on here. We've got a flower. Let's see if it smells. Oh yeah, it does have a nice little fragrance to it. I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Look at this flower up here. The bottom half of the petal is green. The top half is white. I've never seen that. I didn't know anything like that existed. What are we gonna find next? What? What is it? Well, let me take it off here. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be taking these off. They kind of just gave us free rein, and because they had other work to do, we're supposed to make an appointment and we didn't. This is a Vanda orchid? Are you joking me? What type of Vanda could this possibly be? Look how tiny that is. Oh my gosh. How is there not a crowd of people out here chanting for this plant? I'm blown away. I've never seen, like half of these orchids I didn't even know existed. But I guess that's what you get when you're talking about orchids. And plants just in general, there's always new ones seem to be popping up. They're hybridizing a whole bunch of new ones. I gotta look at that one again. That is just crazy. Oh my gosh, I didn't know Vandas got this small. I didn't know they were like miniature Vandas. Like, look how tiny this one is. Look how tiny. And it's still like perfectly stacked. You can see the tiny little roots in there. You see that little root? Lou Sneery Pink. Lou, man, you've done a really good job around here. That is just nuts. I bet they have to water these things so often. But again, the humidity is really high up here. Eric and I live in Texas, but look, I'm still sweating it out here in South Florida. What is this? Papilionanda? Papilionanda? I've never heard of that either. It looks like a cactus, if you ask me, some type of euphorbia is what I would guess this thing is about. I'm wondering, these might be all going for, oh, you blew off of there, little guy. Let me put you back up here on the table. Sorry about that. What are we gonna go see next? Let's go to the other side.